Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Armchair Pundits Weekend Review Show. And as you can see, we have one very happy panelist who's grinning from ear to ear. And if you didn't, I hope you did get a chance, or I hope you do get a chance to catch his live. Did they record that on TikTok? Can you watch that back?
I think they record elements of it, but when I look back on my history or in my in the records, it only had like 4 slots. It's almost like it snips it down. So yeah, I have to do a little bit more due diligence. I'm new to the old TikTok world, but trying to bring the fortune to the world, Armchair Pundits to the world and back.
Well, Bevan made the wise choice, or somebody said unwise choice, to watch the game with Lamont.
You know what? It wasn't that bad until he was just lying. Just
me,
just lying.
You're just being normal football Lamont.
Yeah,
Say football Lamont. What do you mean?
You know the man that are calling for fouls when it's one team. When it's his team, it's not a foul. Like,
yeah. We know all about that.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'll be doing another watch along with him.
Yeah, but boy, as you can see, we've got Monts, happy Monts. We've got Bevan, we've got Leon, you got myself, James in the house, and it has been, for most of us, the rest of us, pretty terrible weekend, football-wise. But alas, we're still here. We're still going to enjoy this show. And if you are here, do us a favor and like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and by the end of it, you should have enough things to talk about so you can make a comment, and leave your comments in the comment section that is, and then we can review them. And there was a few comments actually from the same person, but they seem to be directed at one person, so I'll let that person respond.
Can I do the honours, James? Is that all right this
week?
Yeah,
go ahead, bro.
You know what I mean? I don't know what it is about the Arsenal fans, but there was all out for me this week, so I feel I do them the right thing and, read out the comments. So this one comes from YouTube. We've got a Troddy A Hercules 2067. New manager bounce never lasts. Come May, you'll be calling for Carrick's departure. Maybe we will, but for now, 3 points at the Emirates. He goes on to say he's looking forward to Sunday 4:30 under the lights. Okay, all right. And it gets better. He finishes it off with a little, say it with your chest, after a little derby win, like I said, under the lights on Sunday at 4:30. Now for me, I enjoyed that 4:30 game. What about you? Did you enjoy it? Because if you watch my post-match, I'm still talking about it, to be honest. And by all means, you can leave more comments on this show as well, because I'm here for it. Arsenal fans only got things to say when they're winning. You guys are mute otherwise.
Bro, you have been mute all season. What are you doing? What are you doing there?
No.
It's only because we're on a pod talking about football, bro. Otherwise, bro, I seen you.
Listen. Can you see this?
Bro,
you know what it says?
It says sheepish.
You guys don't know what that looks like. You don't know what this looks like. This is called bottle. When you know what it looks like, you might win a league.
Last season you finished like 14th and lost to Spurs in the final, right? You know that, right?
Points.
No, man, you know that,
3
right?
points.
You know that. So I don't know how you can talk about bottle, bro.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
When's the last time you got to a final? When's the last time you got to a final?
What are we doing it, bro? When you got to a final last year and lost, right?
When's the last time you got to a final?
So are we counting when we get to finals now?
No, but I'm saying, when's the last time you got to one? I'm just curious.
I'm asking, are we counting finals that we get to? Is that what we're doing?
All right, let's not do that then.
All right, cool.
Have you won the league since we haven't won it? So since the last time we won it, have you won the league?
Bro,
but you nearly won it though, right?
You nearly won it. So you're going to say that
cool.
my team that's finished second last year, but your team that finished like 14th. Is that what we're doing?
No. This is what we're doing, yeah? This is what we're doing. I'll swap all my trophies for just one Arsenal bottle. And if you guys don't bottle it, by all means, you can have it all you like. But I'm going to tell you this now, yeah? I'm here every day
the season ain't finished yet.
Any
Bro.
day.
The season ain't finished yet. So you're worried.
I know,
You're worried.
15
You're
more
more,
games to
no,
go,
no, no,
bro.
no. You're more worried
Gap
about.
between
You're
you,
more worried.
City, and
You're-
Aston Villa.
You are more invested in Arsenal not winning than Man United actually winning stuff.
Do you know what? I'm excited to see you guys win the league because I want to see it in the last 20 years. I want to see it.
Brother.
I want to be able to experience it with
Bro,
you. That's what I want
imagine
you.
that.
I want
Imagine
you
that.
to know how I've been feeling
Sad
for
times.
the previous 20 years. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sad times, bro. Sad times.
It's tough. It's tough being alone, bro. It's tough being alone.
I'm not alone.
But you guys come
I don't know
along, man.
what
When
you're
you're
talking
ready, come along.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You guys
Come
must
on,
have had a
when
good time on that live, boy.
He was quiet when he was here because they were losing.
Yeah, we got on that
Obviously, it's
live.
Arsenal, innit?
Bro,
But boy, we'll chop it up a bit more later on anyway. But that's a precursor of what we're going to see later, I guess. So, as we always do, we'll do the guess, the player, and we'll see if you two are as lively in that as you were just now.
Hey, and Bumo, bad boy.
He's come back ready. Can't lie, he can't come back ready.
Yeah.
So, without any further ado, we'll do the guess the player. So, this player started off at Notts County, then moved to Arsenal, then Watford, then Leeds, then Birmingham, then Liverpool, then Portsmouth, then went to Spain and played for Real Zaragoza, then went to Stoke, then went to Wolves, then played for Poon City, then came back to England for a spell at Wigan, then went to Tampines Rovers, then went to Bury and ended his career at Billericay. Can you guess this player that is a globetrotter? It's a lot of clubs, boy.
Yeah, boy, he's been a journeyman for real.
Obviously, to play for that many clubs, some of them are loans. So I didn't do back and forth, so otherwise it would have been crazy.
He's been a proper journeyman, isn't it?
So,
And those
yeah,
weren't loans, Jay.
some of them were loans. Only, I think 4, 5. I think 5 of them were loans.
This is a tough one, you know.
Have I got you, Leon? Or do you know it? Come on. He's gone. He's frozen.
I don't know it yet.
Hey!
I said this game is for Leon and Leon alone, you know.
No. This round was a harder one, for sure. I can get back to normal next week. But to be honest with you, it's not like any player. All of you know this player.
It's because I'm trying to figure out the loans. That's what I was trying to do. But
Don't think of the loans. Just think of the clubs that they played for, the English clubs they played for, and think of the pathway. That's what will get you it.
I know who it is now. I know who it is. Shouldn't have taken me that long, to be fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. I think no. You know what?
You should know, Mr. Arsenal.
I'm thinking of who it is. Oh yeah. It's the. I think there's a loan that
It's that Watford loan
It's the
through
one.
me.
It's the Watford loan through me. Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that he went to
Yeah.
Watford on loan.
I should have known it from the first one to Arsenal though. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. So
That's what I'm
that's
saying. I didn't want to make it too obvious.
Yeah, no. But it's the Watford. That's why I started trying to work out the loans. I was like,
To be fair, he played 23 games at Watford. So
on loan.
Yeah,
But I just didn't know that he went
Yeah,
there.
we went there. Oh, okay.
Nah,
No? You give up?
Nah. may give up.
You sure?
Well,
What
you
position does he
wanted-
play
you-
first, actually? What
Say again?
position? What
I'm
position?
trying to
he
think what clue we could give him.
No, I can. Well, we want him to guess it in it. So I'll just say it was a winger. And to be specific, to make it so we can, if you can get the answer, is a right winger. To be more specific.
Ooh.
Scored a hat trick one time for Arsenal. thought he was going to do stuff after that. Was he a wonder kid?
Oh, for real though. So what? He only scored 3 goals for Arsenal. So that was the hat trick was the only goal he scored for Arsenal.
I think he was a hat trick
Right.
against Southampton. Was he a wonder kid?
Technically,
You're going to say something like Francis Jeffers or something.
He was an expensive young player to buy.
yeah.
I swear he cost like $1 million.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah. He was the most expensive
It's
when
not-
it was bought.
Nah,
Say
it's
it,
not
because they know it anyway. So just say it.
Nah, he's not a right winger, the guy I'm thinking of.
Okay.
In my head, I said Chamberlain, but it's not Chamberlain.
No, but you're in the right ballpark though,
Yeah,
but just not the right era.
The same region.
You
It's
got
not
to go
Reece
further
Nelson
back.
or one of them mutes.
You got to go further
But
back.
Reece Nelson, he ain't been these places, bruv.
You got to
Yeah,
go
but he's
further
been
He's
a
a
back.
bit of a
Brentford now,
journeyman, innit?
Reece.
He's been a bit of a journeyman, innit? So
Yeah, he has.
He's a better pure loans.
did he win the league after he left Arsenal at one of these other teams?
I don't think so.
No,
no.
Maybe Poon City or something like that, but none of the other clubs.
All right, I'm cooked then. I don't know.
All right, we'll hand it over to you two. 3, 2, 1.
Jermaine Pennant.
yeah.
Yep.
Pennant.
Jermaine Pennant. It is indeed.
Well, I didn't know you went Watford.
That's
was
what
loan.
threw me.
It's
That's what
basically
threw
it.
us.
It was a loan, innit?
There's a loan. That's what threw me. If it said loan, I would have got it. But yeah.
At
Took
first,
a
I was
loan.
thinking, do I need to go back to the 80s? Because I weren't sure how old James was going at one stage. When I saw Arsenal then Watford, I was like,
No, not that far back yet. Not that far back yet. Okay, cool. This one will be very, very brief. Very brief. So we will do the prediction table. So this is last week, game week 22, as you can see, and Mont was the only one to get anything last week. And don't adjust your set. As you can see, not many winners. Better than last week, but not much movement at all.
Bro, I'm just
Barely.
here for the bants, bro. I'm just here for
bro,
the
all it takes is a couple good weeks, man.
Bro,
Trust me.
we've been saying this since Christmas.
Yep, and you're not relegated, so let's just keep going, bruv.
So
You're the champion right now. This is an even worse defense than Liverpool.
Much
Bro,
worse.
this is Leicester City territory.
Yeah. So obviously the draw with Spurs and Burnley is what got the point for you three. So anyway, hopefully next week we do a lot better. And if you guys have picked better than we have, then let us know in the comments as well. All right, so we'll move on. Where else will we start? Other than with Monts, and we've had a preview of how that went down. But we'll have a bit of analysis this time. We'll have a bit of analysis before it breaks loose again. So the headline for that game: Carrick's Red Revival rocks the Emirates as Arsenal lose 3-2 to Man United, and they lose for the first time at home this season. But was it a deserved win? Was there any decisions that could have caused the game to become 3-2 and not be swayed in any other direction?
There was
So, I'll go to the victor first.
yeah. So for me, it was it's difficult to say. If I'm trying to be balanced, which I seldom am, yeah. But if I'm trying to do that, then realistically, there was probably two decisions that went in United's favour that on another day, maybe say under Carrick's predecessor, that probably would have went against us. One was Dorgu's, again, Puskas contention goal, looked to have handballed it. Yeah, that's the second one in as many weeks, yeah, that he scored. I think he scored a couple of weeks back, but whatever. And then the second one was Maguire went in for a block, put his hand down to break his fall, and as he's done that, the ball struck his hand in the box. on another day, that could have been a goal being struck off and Arsenal were given a penalty. But it didn't get given. Outside of that, I think Bevan will probably agree, there wasn't that much other contentious decisions that you could probably argue about. Obviously, Arsenal were flip-flopping all over the place in the game. They're trying to win fouls and all that, but that's just normal. Bev?
What are you asking me?
Your take on the game, bro.
Oh. So
He's still vexed, bro. He's still vexed.
I don't know I don't know what he was leading to. You know what I'm saying? But so like what I say is that my father was like a etymologist. He used to like words, and there's a word that he told me about 6 years ago that I've never been able to use in a sentence, but I can use it today. And the word is pusillanimous, and it means someone lacking courage, resolution, strength, often acting with contemptible timidity or fearfulness.
That is it in a nutshell.
That is my team today.
Yeah.
I can't even say what I really want to say, because the next word I was going to say was going to have to be bleeped out, because I was watching that game and then we scored, and as soon as we scored, I said we started making mistakes, stupid mistakes, and we completely and utterly folded. And the goal, before we conceded the goal, we could have conceded 2, and it was all from our own. It was all from our own doing, and
Panic.
Yeah, but it's unnecessary panic. It was unnecessary, and the goal that United scored, I don't know what Zubimendi's thinking. Where was he passing that ball? Was he even
Torreira?
Bro, I don't
First
feel like
touch.
that was Zubimendi's
First
fault.
touch,
I
Torreira.
feel like it was Saliba's fault. Because Saliba gave him a bad ball and he literally had no other option but to kick it that way. He literally, or he would have just let it go out for a throw-in. That's the only thing he could have done in that situation.
No, I think that he could go where he was being closed down. He didn't have to go back that way. He could have launched it up the pitch. You don't always have to go, you don't always have to play that ball to be safe, and that's the issue. He tried to play it safe, and in trying to be safe, he's made a mistake, and it ends up being reckless. Yeah. And like, I'm watching the game, and I'm struggling to see what is going on with how we're trying to play with Odegaard, because instead of him trying to play through the lines, he's either dropping too deep, or he's not dropping in a space where he can get the ball. Sometimes I don't know if he's hiding or what, but it's just there's not enough creativity, there's not enough endeavour, there's not enough drive, and you can see it through the fact of Saka not having no goals or assists in 12, Madueke not having a goal and assist this whole season.
His end product was horrible though, Bev, today.
Bro,
Madueke. You called it on the live as well. You called it on the live.
You said it.
Let me give you the full stats that Bevan was trying to give you, actually, because I think the public deserve to see it, what it is. So, Saka, 0 goals in the last 13 appearances in all comps. Gyökeres, 0 non-penalty goals in the last 11 Premier League appearances. Martinelli, 0 goals in the last 13 Premier League appearances. Madueke, 0 goals in the last 25 Premier League appearances. And Trossard, 1 goal in the last 11 appearances in all comps.
Our top goal scorer in the league has like 5 goals.
Mad thing.
I get that we scored 40, but the top goal scorer has 5 goals. You can't tell me that that's a team that's not a team that you'd think is challenging to win the league. And I get it.
And own goals is 3rd in that list.
Keep piling it on, Leon. This pound my misery. Why don't let's have some perspective, though. Let's go. Let's do more.
Let's keep it real.
It's still top by 4
points. People would want to be in your position right now. You're top of the league. All of your guys have come back from injury pretty much now. You have all of the tools at your disposal to win the league. You're 4 points ahead. Yes, there was a bigger gap, but it's still in your hands. So right now, all it takes is for you, as you said about your team, is to stop being scared of the situation. Because as you quite rightly said, after Arsenal got the goal, it's like they acted like a small club. They were like, we have to protect this league, because if we don't, it's going to be a calamity. And they almost caused all their own problems by the way they were playing, especially from their defense, between the defense and midfield. There was literally a comedy of errors, and it didn't even make sense that after making 2 mistakes, which they got away with, that they continued to make more. That's what didn't make sense,
bro.
So it's frustrating how you're playing, but the run you've got,
the run we've got, right, is winnable. They're all winnable games, but when you're playing like the way that we're playing in the league, it makes it a lot harder than it needs to be, because Leeds have got their tail up, and then Brentford are a different proposition at home. Even though they got smashed today, they are different at home, and we made a meal of the game at the Emirates. And then we've got Sunderland, who we know can be dodgy away from home as well. But that's only that the context of that has to be when a team is confident and when they're playing free-flowing football and scoring goals. And at the moment, when the way that we're playing, with the side-to-side, not really passing through lines or doing anything else like that, then we're not really creating. And like, all credit to Man United. Cool, I don't like Lamont, but all credit to Man United. The way that they scored their goals...
Not even Man United, you know. Lamont.
Like, the football they played for Dorgu's goal was quality. And then he scores an absolute worldie. The goal that Cunha scores is another worldie. But he's given all of the time and space in the world to take that shot and pick his spot. And we don't... When did you see in that game that Arsenal are going to turn around, open up, and someone's going to be there to take a shot or do something? In the first 20 minutes, United were under pressure, press back up, push back, and all that kind of stuff. But we didn't really have a shot on goal or do anything to enough to threaten them. And okay, the goal we get it comes from across. The first goal comes from across, and with Martinez
come
trying to
across like a set piece, innit? It was like a set piece kind of thing. So.
We can do that, but it wasn't. And
ole.
And it comes from a man trying to wrestle, and it's an own goal. But then, like, it just there's got to be more. There's like, I get that this team needs to get over the line, but there's got to be braver and take the risk. Because like, if you don't take the risk, then this is where you end up, innit? Like, I don't like.
Let me ask you a question.
The best thing about them is their motto: "To dare is to do, bro. You got to try, man. You got to have some endeavor."
Let me ask you a question, Bev.
Hear me say that.
One question: Odegaard or Fernandes?
Next.
I actually call him Odegaard. What's his real name? What do you call him normally? I thought today would have been the perfect chance for you to call him that, bro. Say again.
No. I mean, bruv, look, do you know what, yeah? For a man that's meant to be, you know, I don't know, in tandem, or, you know, he's meant to be the best thing since sliced bread, and people are comparing him to super skipper Bruno Fernandes. I laugh at them, bro. We all know the guy's a fraud. He gets dragged off at 60, 70 minutes because he had nothing to offer in a game like that. He had nothing to offer. Do you think Bruno's going to let your team down? Bro, he's playing 90 minutes. He ain't want to come off. He knows he's got a chance or two in the middle. Did you see what he done to Zubimendi and Declan Rice? Did you see what he done to Bruno Fernandes? Did you see Bruno done to Zubimendi and Declan Rice?
You're lying. You're lying.
Him and Dorgu were doing one touch around the man there, and then Dorgu put it right past the 2 Rayers that were in your goal, bruv. Come on, man. Top bins. Listen, chat to me nice, man. I'm telling you. Bro. I'm going to send some tapes for you to watch Bruno, and you can watch Bruno, and you can watch Odiford and see what I got on.
Bro,
that's what a proper number 10 looks like. That's what a skipper looks like. A talisman, a leader, game changer.
Well done. He had a good
fearless leader, brother.
He's also lost you games, bro. He's also lost you games. He's also had.
We're talking about the Arsenal game, innit? He didn't lose us that one.
No, but you can't just. So it's only a 1 game sample size. Is that what we're doing?
Do you know what's funny though? You know what's funny? The first game that you guys beat us at the beginning of the season, yeah, I think everyone looked at that game and said, you know what? We were lucky. Like, as in, not we, the Arsenal fans, Arsenal were lucky to get the 3 points there because they didn't play the best, yeah? And I think we all know that, looking at the game. They didn't play the best, and United were unlucky. Today, it was more balanced, but United had a cutting edge that Arsenal didn't have. And that was the difference today, to be honest. That was the difference. United were willing to take risks from 20 yards out or from 10 yards out, being Mbumo dropping Raya on the deck and then sliding it composed past the keeper. We had the cutting edge.
Lamont, are you back in the title race?
How many points? 15 to go. Numerically,
Nah, bro, it's 12 points, bro.
Is it 12?
Yeah.
Oh, right, we got 38. Oh, yeah, I forgot we beat Arsenal today. Yeah. So, technically, yeah, numerically, we could, but there will be a lot of things that would have to happen in our favor, which I can't see happening because it's United. Everyone's against us. So for now, I'm just happy with top 4. For now.
Okay. Well, that was the game of the weekend, and that was a lively little tete-a-tete between you two. Nice to see it.
If you didn't catch our live, please have a look, and the post-match as well. Love it.
We'll move on. This will be quick because, boy, you can watch my post-match if you want to know more about what happened in the Liverpool game. But as it was one of the big incidents or big moments of the game weekend, I couldn't overlook it without getting criticised. So, ironically, the cherry on top, Bournemouth stunned Liverpool, and once again, Liverpool, I don't want to say this again or hear it again, but Liverpool checked into Heartbreak Hotel after a comeback that one person on the pitch deserved in Szoboszlai, because he was doing everything to get us back into that game, but the rest of the players didn't quite do enough. I've got to question a lot of things about our team right now. The manager on what he's doing, the players on what they're doing. I mean, Joe Gomez gets injured as we concede the first goal, and for some reason our players decide to keep the ball for 3 or 4 minutes and not kick it out. Or even when they had the ball, not commit a foul or not go down. There was 6 to 7 minutes of us playing against 10 men, with 10 men, sorry. And Slot was going crazy, telling them to kick the ball out. And for some reason, our players decided not to do that. And then we can see the goal from it.
6 or 7 minutes, bro.
Yeah, 6 to 7 minutes. We were playing with 10 men. No one decided to kick the ball out.
Wow.
And we had the ball for a long time as well, just passing it. As we always do nowadays. Just pass it left, pass it right, pass it left. Any one of them. Things, you didn't even have to have the ball to say kick it out. Anybody should have said kick the ball out. We're down to 10 men.
Hey, James, can I ask you a question? There was a point just before you conceded where, actually it's a little bit before it, where Salah's got the ball and he, instead of being greedy Salah, he crosses the ball.
Yeah.
he crosses the ball and it's a terrible pass, right?
Yeah.
What is that about? Is that Salah changing his ways to he's not going to be greedy Salah, or is that instructions from your manager? What do you reckon?
See, I will back Salah and say that Salah's done that before and got an assist. Like, everyone always says Salah's greedy, but Salah wouldn't be as high as he is in the Premier League assist list if he was as greedy as everyone said he was. And for Liverpool, there's times where he's been in that position and he's crossed it outside of the foot like he tried, and it's got there and someone scored. So, as much as we wanted, at the time, I was hard on him as well because it looked ridiculous. Just control it and shoot. But when you take a step back, he's done it before, and he's executed it before. So, but because we're in a terrible run, that gets forgotten, and it's like, how could you do that? Just control it and shoot. And you're right. In that moment, he probably should just control it and shoot. But if he did do that and miss it, then someone would have said there was someone just control it and pass it. There was someone free on your left hand side as well. So if you don't execute,
he did have acres there. He did have acres.
I
said he had acres there. Yeah, he had acres. So realistically, you would expect Salah. I think everybody looking at Salah thinking, "Oh, he's going to bury this." Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, he to me looks like a person lacking a little bit of confidence. I don't know what it is. Since that whole debacle before he went off to AFCON, I feel like he's lacking a little bit of confidence.
I'm not sure because in AFCON he was confident, so he's not going to come back and then be like, "Oh, I'm not confident."
Was he?
Yeah. In the first 4 games, listen, it's only the semi-final and the 3rd and 4th place playoff that he really didn't play well. He played okay in the other games. He wasn't fantastic. He hasn't been fantastic all season.
Yeah, about to say. He went,
but he played well. He got his goals. He struck the ball decent enough. And if he had come back and been benched against Marseille and been benched there, then I get it. But he's come back. He's played 90 minutes against Marseille. He's played 90 minutes now. So it's not like he's come back to a bad environment. I just think he's going to get criticised because of the circumstances he's in. But it was just poor. Whether he's good or whether he's in bad form, it was just poor play from Salah. We've seen it before.
If I'm honest, if Gakpo's name was Mane, he would have taken the shot. He wouldn't have passed that. Maybe. But when you look back at it, they had their beefs as well. They gave Mane a lot of assists. How did you see the game before your goal? In terms of how you were playing?
Before our goal, their goal?
No, before they go.
We were the better team. We were in full control. We were in control of that game. And then he blames it on the wind. But it looks terrible because he's swung a leg and he's miskicked it. And it looks like he's made an excuse. The ball was swirling, so he didn't get the right connection. End of the day, we're going to cuss him. Everyone's going to cuss him, but only he knows. And he's for me, what I would say is when he's made a mistake, he's been big enough to say, I've made a mistake before. So if he says the ball moved, then I'm going to take his word for it. The ball moved and he lost connection. It got bad connection on it. But at the same time, he's just got to be better. You're Van Dijk. These things shouldn't happen to you. Unfortunately, because you're Van Dijk, these things shouldn't happen to you because of what you've done previously. He is human, but it just now looks terrible because obviously the second goal was arguably his fault as well because he plays the right winger on side. But you could also argue if we had kicked the ball out, that goal never gets scored. If we had a centre back behind him, the goal possibly never gets scored. But bottom line is he was too deep. They scored. He didn't get across quick enough. But he semi-redeemed himself. He goes up the other end, and we get our first goal from a corner in 119 attempts. And later on, I think we should have had a penalty. But we get a goal a minute or two after it. I think we should have... Okay, if he had gone down, it should have been a penalty, but he decided not to. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, Rio goes down the wing and goes past Jimenez, and Jimenez chops him. But for some reason, Rio stays on his feet. He stumbles, stays on his feet, and tries to cross it in. Maybe it's youthful exuberance. But any other player would have just gone down and won a penalty. And then would have had a chance to be 2-2. But he's honest. He's honest. I'm not going to kill him for being honest and trying to stay on his feet. He's done what he thought was right. But his good play got us a free kick. And it was a great free kick. We've seen it before, so it was not new to us. Trent's done it before against Chelsea, where they rolled it back and he bent it into the corner. And as I said at the beginning, Szoboszlai, he was on it. But I had a stat. I'm not going to show you all of it, but I think there's 5 times this season where we've conceded a goal in the 95th minute to 97th minute, which has cost us points this season. I know Lamont's sitting there smiling, thinking, I told you, because at the beginning of the season when you were doing it and you won those 5 games in a row from late, it swings and roundabouts.
I told you, bruv. I told you karma's going to come round.
We would never lost those games. They would have been draws. But with these games, we've got 10 points. If those 10 points, we'll have us sitting second with Man City and
who have you got? Who's your next couple of games, James? I'm curious because obviously you guys have gone on a roll now, and you know I think you've been tempting fate and you've been playing chance for the last 4 or 5 games, and this time you've just come unstuck.
I would say tempting fate. We should have the last 4 games. We should have won them all. The draws were draws that.
Yeah, but you should have won. You should have won against Bournemouth as well, innit?
No, I don't think we should. When I say we should have won, no, what I'm saying is...
they had a lot of possession, but Bournemouth had the clear-cut chances.
Yeah, Bournemouth had a better chances than we did.
100%.
You think so? Even Katike.
Yeah, we shouldn't have won that game.
He had a couple of...
No. That goal was coming. After we scored, that goal was coming. They went up a gear after we scored the equaliser. The other games, yes, we should have won. But our next set of games, where I've said it in my pod, if you haven't listened to it, you can hear a bit of it now. I don't think we're going to win our next 4 games. And one of them is a cup game. Okay, one of them, I think we'll win one of them. We've got Newcastle at home next. They're terrible away from home, but the way we're playing right now, we'll probably draw it. Then we've got Man City at home. Then we play Sunderland away. And then we've got Brighton in FA Cup at home. So realistically, 3 of those at home, we should get wins from those games, but I don't see where the next win's coming from. apart from against Carrick in the Champions League, which would get us,
Carrick.
ironically, make us finish
playing
fourth
Tesco.
in the Champions League.
Yes, man.
Ironically, we'll end up fourth. But, man, I think if they don't sack him by then we're finished because we're now sixth in the table. We're sixth in the table.
Not, but you got 36
and it's
points.
Not where we want to be. Huh?
Yeah, I know, but you got 36 points, bruv. It's not the end of the
only
world.
3 points off you.
There's still 15. But there's 15 games to go, innit? And let's be right. And I think we've been saying this for the last 4 or 5 weeks that between like 11th and even 12th at a push, and all the way up to like 4th where United are sitting, it's like 8 points, innit? Max.
Bro, if we lose to Newcastle, we could be 10th. If the other teams if the other team, I'm not sure if they're playing each other, but if the other teams in and around that between 6th and 10th win, they might be playing each other. I don't know. I haven't gone that far.
Yeah.
But if we lose to Newcastle, we could be 10th. After being 4th today, at the start of today.
Can I ask you, James, just before you tie it up, when you look at your squad, what is your only kind of, when you look at your squad, what can you say, you know what, this is the only guy right now that I can see that could get us out of this mess at the minute, but he's on his own. He needs the guys to step up. Are you going to say Szoboszlai? He's the only one that you can say consistently, he's like a 7.
He's been the only one all season. From game 1, whether he's played right back, he's got assists. Whether he's played right wing, he's got assists. Whether he's played number 8, whether he's played number 10, he's got assists. He's been fantastic for us this season. To the fact that last 3 weeks, some of the fans were cussing him online, saying, he's dropped off. I'm like, are you kidding me? This guy has been carrying us.
Allow the guy. That's what I'm saying. Allow the guy
again. You're trying to tell him. Because obviously the mistake he made against Barnsley, where he did a little backheel in the box, and he missed the penalty. That's how fickle fans are. Like, he missed the penalty, and now some fans are switching on him. Like, he hasn't been great for the last 3-4 weeks. Like, come on, man. Like, give the guy a break. Like, he's not Steven Gerrard. He's not.
Yeah.
So,
he was dubbed that by some fans, innit? The Hungarian Steven Gerrard.
Listen, he's got traits of his game that Steven Gerrard has done. Things that Steven Gerrard has done. Like, his shooting ability, his running ability, his crossing ability. But Steven Gerrard put it in a package. He doesn't have it in a package. He has it in spurts. Steven Gerrard's a full package. He's not a full package. He's a spurts guy. So he can't light a candle to Steven Gerrard. He can just wear his shirt.
Yeah.
But we'll see over the next few weeks whether Slot will be the manager or not, whether it will be Alonso. I've got a sneaky feeling, and I'll say it here now, that I think we might wait, and I think Richard Hughes might want Areola. Because, say it quietly, the difference in style of football between Alonso and Slot isn't much. They both play a passing game, a possession game, which is not what Liverpool fans want to see. They don't want to see possession. Unless it means we're going fast, quick, or going forward really quickly at some point. Alonso doesn't really do that. He hasn't. Not fully. So I got a sneaky feeling that we might wait for Areola. Whether that's a mistake or not, I don't know. Whether I'm wrong, I'm not. I'm probably wrong, but I put it out there anyway. But we'll move on. I'm sure Leon doesn't want to talk much about this, so he'll probably be quicker than my what was supposed to be a short conversation is. But last minute lifeline for Spurs as captain comes back to save him once again. Leon has said it. Like, the attack is so poor that the centre backs are now having to score goals to get them points, and they've come and done it again. Little shout out to Odebear. Odebear, from what I heard and from what bits I saw, Odebear was decent. He's starting to grow into himself at the moment. So credit to him, but I'll leave the rest for Leon.
Yeah, I mean, going into the game, everyone said this is a must-win for Thomas Frank, and technically it's a must-win for Burnley because obviously they're trying to get themselves out of the relegation zone, and Tottenham are notorious for giving gifts in games where teams have not won in several matches. And we almost did give them another win again. We allowed Burnley 2 really, really poor goals to concede. One was just before half-time from a cross, and then the other one was pretty much a scramble in the box where Foster puts them ahead, I think, in the 70-something minute, 76th minute or something like that. But Van der Ven and Romero, both the goal scorers. Our centre-backs technically our best players at converting chances as well. We've seen Romero this season, and we've seen Van der Ven score key goals from set pieces or from crosses in open play. But honestly, the performance wasn't terrible. It was one of the better performances of the season. That doesn't make the situation any better, because the number of chances that we created in this match and that weren't taken, or the number of times that we had a pass that just wasn't the right pass at the right time, misplaced, or a cross that just didn't even beat the first man, just little things like that. And as James said, Odebear probably had one of his better games, but it was against his former club. It was at Turf Moor. It's familiar. So as much as I want to be positive that, yes, this is the Odebear that I wanted to see, and that when he first came, he looked like we might see it. We haven't seen it because he's been injured. He's lacked confidence. So I'm hoping that this is another step where he can continue to improve and be better, because we know there's a player there. You can see there's a player there, but we just haven't seen it. We definitely haven't seen it on a consistent level. But honestly, going into the game, we're playing Burnley. We are supposed to be a superior team to them. Why are we matching their formation? Why are we playing three at the back? They play one striker and we are playing three at the back. Doesn't make sense. We didn't utilise the advantage. There were so many times where Van der Ven, we know that Danso is not great on the ball. So there was a number of times where Van der Ven had opportunities to go forward or to push forward with the ball or without the ball, and players weren't giving him the ball. I don't know whether it was by design or what, but there were so many occasions where Van der Ven's in space on the left and he could have driven forward with the ball or even without it. Players weren't giving him the ball. Didn't make sense to me. Secondly, Xavi was picking up the ball sometimes in the right area, sometimes not, but he wasn't close enough to Solanke. Like, if we're playing with one striker and two technically that are supposed to be in the hole behind, you need one of those to be close enough. Every time Solanke's holding up the ball, there's no one close enough to help him out. So he's basically isolated, and we're not utilising the fact that he's actually good at holding up ball, which what's his name? Mawani isn't, and neither is Richarlison. So having Solanke back is a benefit, but again, he doesn't get enough goals, and we have to make sure that we give him chances by getting the ball in the box. There were so many times, so many occasions where we're passing it side to side, trying to create a mistake rather than forcing the issue. And as I said, we did create chances, but we didn't take them. We did perform better than we have in other away games, but it's not like you can see light at the end of the tunnel, because ultimately we've allowed Burnley to get a lead late into the game, and we're then chasing our tails, as we have been in so many of these other games this season where we've conceded goals and we're now having to fight to get something back or try to get ourselves back into the game. And so for me, changing the manager doesn't seem like the right thing to do right now, because the January transfer window is almost over. And if we bring in a new manager, we can't. He's going to have to work with the players that have been signed on behalf of Frank. So it doesn't make sense. But we are in a relegation fight. I'm telling you now, we can't afford to keep dropping points. Our next 4 games are Man City at home, Man United away, Tottenham, Newcastle at home, and Arsenal at home. Woo. I don't know how many points that we can expect to get in those games, but judging by what we've done in the last 14 matches, it doesn't look good. And to me,
it don't look good, bro.
That 8-point gap might be gone, boy, by the end of that,
bro. In this current situation that we're in now, it just feels like once we get through this period, we're really going to know whether we're in a scrap. I think we're in a scrap just because of those fixtures alone. I don't see how many points we're likely to get in those games. And even the rest of the season, we played the fixtures that you would say are the ones that we should be getting results in. We've just played them. We've just had them. They're gone. Yeah. So now we're playing teams who are pretty much all above us in the league table right now. So even I think at the moment the only teams that are below us that we've got to play left are Nottingham Forest and Wolves. Everybody else is above us in the table.
That's the thing, and Wolves are gone. So right now they're just playing for their contracts for next season.
But the thing is,
they want to get signed, didn't it?
You could say, oh, Wolves are gone, but we're playing them at their ground. So you still don't even know whether Tottenham are going to turn up for that. And at that point, how many games would Wolves have gone without getting a win or gone without getting a point? Then they play Spurs, and you're like, well, are we going to be typical Spursy? I don't know, but you guys
have been better away from home than you have at home. So I think the away games will probably be more suited to you, albeit those are really fine margins. But
look, our squad isn't 14th or 15th wherever we are in the league right now. We just aren't. But honestly, we're not seeing the performances to match. We've got so many injuries. Every match, there's a new injury. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with this team. But honestly, we need to get players back. Thomas Frank needs to get these players feeling comfortable in some form of plan. We've gone from having a manager that had a plan A and no plan B to having a manager with no plan A. And so, literally, Leon, when we have the ball, you don't know what we're gonna do.
Leon, so I know that you said about not sacking him and stuff like that, but out of those next 4 games, if he doesn't win at least 1 or 2 of them, do you reckon they'll keep him to the end of the season?
No, I think at that point their hand will be forced because it's too we've had so many other managers that have been sacked for less. It just doesn't make sense to keep him. And it would if we could see that there's some kind of identity, that there's some kind of possible change that might happen. You might think, yeah, we can see light at the end of the tunnel, but right now we can't see it. And yes, we have a lot of injuries, and that is one of the reasons why we haven't been so great. But one of the reasons he was brought in was to make us more defensively solid. But every time you watch Tottenham, do you ever look at Tottenham and go, you know what? They look like a solid, difficult to beat outfit right now.
No, never.
Every time a team attacks, you're literally relying on one-on-one defending. There doesn't seem to be any cohesion, whether we have the ball or don't have the ball. Any more questions?
Rays of light coming from that side, boy. So the news of just obviously we have to report news. So there was a report over the weekend and late end of last week that you guys were looking at Andy Robertson. What would you have felt, or how would you have felt if he had come through the door? Would that have been a help to you? Would it be a waste of time? Does it add leadership? What does it do for Tottenham if?
Honestly, it's leadership. We're missing. So Ben Davies just came back, and it looked like it was a good little spark because of the leadership that he can provide from his experience. Bringing in Robertson would have been pretty much a direct replacement. Obviously, we know he's a leader for Scotland. He's been a leader in the dressing room for Liverpool. He's a type of player that we need because you've seen the guys like Milners, the Hendersons of the world, setting in the right behaviors in the dressing room, like creating that culture that you want your team to build around, like everyone being accountable for their actions and for what they do on the pitch and off the pitch. So for me, I saw the reason why we were bringing in Robertson. What didn't make sense was obviously that we just brought this Brazilian left back.
Yeah.
And then we were bringing in Robertson as a left back. So it's like, what are we doing here? It didn't really make sense. We could have waited and left the Brazilian in Brazil and just said, we're bringing in Robertson for now and we'll sign the Sousa guy later. But no.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense to me why we were letting you try and grab him out. Like, we don't need defenders ourselves.
Well, that's the thing. And I think that deal's been written up. I think Liverpool backed out now. So Robertson staying. Liverpool need as many defenders as we do. So
they got Tsimikas, man. They got Tsimikas. Chill.
For some silly reason, I think they didn't think there'll be a backlash. And as soon as the Liverpool fans heard that they were going to let him go to Tottenham for 5 million, or they were like, the Liverpool fans went crazy. So they've had to shuffle back into the bush like Homer Simpson and be like, "Yeah, don't worry." So we were just seeing how it was. So unless he comes out and says, "I want to go to Tottenham," I can't see it happening. Simicast, unfortunately.
And first of all, there ain't no player that's doing that right now. Because as bad as things are at Liverpool, they're a lot worse in North London right now.
Ahead of Udogie, in your opinion?
Probably. If Udogie's fit, like when we have our first choice back line, we are a solid outfit. But we haven't been able to play that way. We haven't been able to play that for ages. So we need fit players. And right now, we just don't have a consistent we just don't have a consistent availability. And that is making it difficult for us to have any cohesion in the team at the moment.
Okay. Well, so what we'll do now is a little roundup. So not so much talk about the game specific, but things that happen in certain games and our opinions on them. So the first one, Man City game. New referee, young black guy, makes his debut. I personally thought he had a good game. Yeah, but you had a contentious penalty decision. And Pep has wasted no time in going for both barrels on him and Howard Webb and believed that the penalty should have been given. So first question, should the penalty have been given? That's the first question. Yes or no?
I don't think so. Big up him for not giving it.
No. Stand your ground. Nah.
Yeah. That's the first time we've seen that's the first time we've seen that in the Prem. We haven't seen it.
This season it is.
Yeah. When they go to the monitor, usually you think they're going to overturn their decision. So fair play to him, man.
Yeah. So I think Pep was a bit naughty in the way he's come about it, but in the day he's vexed and
Pep's doing Pep stuff.
He's a bit naughty, but let's be honest, managers have been doing this for many years. They always try to find a way to get
the way he dropped it. Oh yeah, it's his debut. He's probably never used that camera before. The VAR. That was cheeky, bro.
Very cheeky.
That was cheeky. So okay, cool. But they won. Good debut from Gurhey, who should be a Liverpool player, but because we're clowns, we've not gone in for that deal. But he played well. And obviously, the other player that Liverpool was supposed to get, Semenyo, does what he should do, control and bang. Yep. So, keeps the title race running. So, next incident. Next incident happened today in the Chelsea game. Another penalty decision. Another handball decision. And something I've never heard before and was a bit weird. So, João Pedro takes a shot, smashed it into a defender, Cavo. It hits his arm, but his arm literally by his side.
He was pretty close to him, though.
Yeah.
He was pretty close to him.
He's close to him. So it hits his arm. They play on. Referee says no, play on. But VAR tells him to come back and look at it. And long story short, they give a penalty, but they also give him a yellow card. They said they know it's accidental, and that's the reason why it's not a red card, because accidental handball, but it's a penalty because the ball is going into the back of the net.
But that's
so
a red card.
Some people were complaining about the Man City one. His arm's in that position. Why is that a penalty? Why is that not a penalty? So
because one's Chelsea and the other one isn't.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't think it's a pen is because it hit his side first. It hit like his side and then it went up to his arm.
I thought he
didn't hit his arm directly. So to me, I wouldn't call that a pen. Because his arm's by his side as well. So what is he supposed to do? It hits his side and then hits his arm.
Because if it was going wide, it wouldn't be a penalty. But because it actually stops it from going into the back of the net, they have to give a penalty.
That's a horrible call, mate.
That's a terrible rule.
Terrible call.
That's the rule. If it actually stops it from being a goal, a certified goal, but they give a penalty.
You know what? Then so what players need to do is when someone is taking a shot, they need to move out of the way so that just in case it hits their hand. Is that what you're trying to tell me, James? Because that's basically what happened, bro.
Yeah. So, but what I thought was weird is he gets the yellow card. So if you say it's accidental, so why does he get the yellow card for? If you said he can't move his arm out of the way, it's accidental, then why does that constitute being a yellow card? That's just crazy.
It don't make sense.
It don't make no sense.
It's accidental. They're just making the rules up as they go along.
No yellow card.
They're making the rules up as they go along, bruv. I said it to you before. It's foolishness.
So I think it's the interpretation of the rule sometimes, man.
Mm-hmm. Things we've never heard that one before. That's the first time we've heard them say, because it was going in the back of the net, it's now a penalty kind of thing. So the next game, Forest on the Bees. This is more about the goal.
Oh, he's
goal that he scores. Igor Igor Jesus, off his shoulder, spin and volley. Goalkeeper has no chance. Listen, that's quality. Obviously, there's a reason why. It's a possible reason why I've added it, so that we'll find out later anyway. But yeah, really, really good goal there. And then obviously the last one that we'll quickly touch on, West Ham. Got to give them credit. They've been in the doldrums until they went to go and see Dr. Spurs. Dr. Spurs gave them a nice injection, gives them a win last week, and then they come out like a house on fire, 3-0.
Yeah.
3-1. Oh.
And then ends the game 3-1. But Fernandez's goal.
Oi!
Fernandez's goal was sublime.
And he could have had two of them, by the way.
Yo, wait, did you see when he had the second shot? When Mavropanos and Cherries were wrestling on the and the ball comes off his back, and it could have gone in, but it's gone out.
Yeah,
I've got another question for you on that. Should that goal have been disallowed?
What one?
Because for me, so basically the ball goes in off the goalkeeper. He takes it over the line because Souček barrels into him.
No,
Souček gets pushed. Souček gets pushed into him.
No.
It doesn't matter. You can't give that goal, bro.
No, right.
No. I see what
you're saying. But if a player pushes someone into the goalkeeper, what can that player do? He's in the air. Souček was in the air, and he gets pushed in the air, falls into the goalkeeper. That's the defender. That's the midfielder's fault for pushing the attacker into the goalkeeper.
That's a similar thing to the penalty.
If being fair, that's the goalkeeper's fault. That's the midfielder's fault for pushing the player into his goalkeeper and making the ball go over the line. I see why I don't give it, but I thought, nah, man, he's been hardly done by there, because if you don't push him, he catches the ball, he runs out, and you play on. But yeah, that was funny, squaring up like that. And none of them a yellow card either. Normally they'll give him a yellow card.
No,
you idiots, just play on.
They weren't even looking at the game. I couldn't believe it.
But yeah, they were the main talking points for the Premier League this weekend. So we'll move on to the Women's Super League. And at one point on Saturday early afternoon, I was sitting there watching the Chelsea-Arsenal game. Is it every single week where the Saturday 12 o'clock kickoff or 11:30 kickoff is just boring? Like, it wasn't an exciting game for the longest time. I thought it was going to be a 0-0. Like, it wasn't turgid football. It was just two teams like just cancel each other out. Fully cancel each other out. Arsenal had a spell, then Chelsea have a spell, but none of really like scoring. But boy, Beth Mead took it into her own hands, and she just brought some magic in and a great finish. And she meant it, boy. Like, she celebrated that she meant it as well.
I think they gave her too much time, though. There was too much. She had way too much time to take her shot and score. I don't know where the Chelsea defenders were, because they were nowhere near her.
The second goal was in wartime.
Yeah. I think I think that Chelsea have just been a bit off the boil this season, and I know that we've been waiting for them to kind of kick into gear and turn up, but I think this isn't the first time we've seen this season. You might see them 1 week smash West Ham 5-0, and then the week after they're struggling to beat Everton, and then they play Arsenal when we played Arsenal at the Emirates. Arsenal were the better team that day and should have got the win. And then on the weekend, I think that's the first time we've beaten Chelsea at their ground in a long time.
Yeah,
and they didn't. Chelsea didn't really look like scoring. It's just that they're taking pop shots from outside the area and stuff like that. It wasn't really. I can't really remember them having too many chances. Thinking, "Oh, should have done better there." I think it's just. I was a bit shocked because after Arsenal losing in midweek to Man United, I wasn't sure that they're going to go away to beat Chelsea because they've got a lot of attacking firepower. But Arsenal take their chances in this game to win 2-0.
There was a few chances. I think Blackstenius came close as well. It could have easily have been 3. So I think Chelsea were probably lucky for it to only be 2-0 and not worse in the grand scheme of things, because once Arsenal decided they were going to crank it up, it looked like it could be embarrassing at one stage. It was wave after wave.
I feel like, I mean, obviously Chelsea went 34 matches unbeaten or something like that. Sometimes it's difficult to maintain. Obviously, they obviously lost that record now, but it's difficult for them to maintain that level. And also, almost like they've got an embarrassing amount of talent that they almost don't know what their best team is now, because the players they were bringing off the bench is starting in most other clubs in the league, and you're like, they made like 5 subs and they were all ballers, and it was like you can literally take off a whole strike force in midfield, and you're bringing on women who are flipping
known to turn games
stars
around
for their countries. And they're bringing them off the bench, and so I just feel almost like they've got an embarrassing amount of riches. They're obviously trying to fight on all fronts, and obviously it's not a good result for them, especially as they haven't lost to Arsenal in at home in so long. But you're almost like, this is where the manager has to really figure out what is her best team, and certain games they're gonna have to, especially in the big games, you got to go with your very, very, very top first choice.
You got to go with the strongest team. Yeah, you can't wait to react.
No, you can't
wait to react.
And it means that their game against City is even more important now, because
100%.
I didn't expect I think Arsenal were like a point behind Chelsea.
Yeah, they're a point behind Chelsea now.
Yeah. So,
but there's a lot to play for. I mean, at the end of the day, Chelsea have got. I think Man City have got Chelsea next, so I don't imagine that will be an easy. I don't imagine that will be an easy fixture for Chelsea. Although Man City did nearly get a shock of their life this weekend when they faced
they got
a shock of their life. But again, the cream rises to the top. But you know what's funny? I know James said obviously the early kickoff sometimes can leave you wanting more from a game, and then when you look at the next game, I think one of the next games with Liverpool, when they've been searching for a win all season, and you think to yourself, are they going to get it today, or are they just going to grind out another draw? And we had to wait until the death of that match to really see some drama. Yeah. And you're not only going to get a late minute winner, but you're gonna get 2 goals.
But Liverpool should have been ahead way before those 2 goals.
Yeah, Liverpool hit the post and the crossbar like 3 times in total in the game, I'm sure. It's kind of like that Man United game that we had. Yeah. We had the Tottenham game against Man United, where obviously this game we didn't score, but the game was 0-0 for so long, but probably shouldn't have been. But to concede so late twice, and then the slip, James called it. It was almost worse than Gerrard.
It was worse.
What Tottenham were planning to do was literally launch the ball. The person who's launching the ball falls on the floor, bro, or slips as she's about to strike it. And so there's no backup. Once she slips, there's no help. It's just one-on-one with the keeper, and that's 2-0. But honestly, for Tottenham to turn up as Dr. Spurs, the lady version this time, is mad, bro. Honestly, Liverpool haven't won a game all year, and Tottenham were the first to gift them it. You just can't write this stuff. You just can't write it. No. But you know what? I'm not even going to be mad at them. They're punching above their weight this season. They've done well to be in the position they are. But honestly, I cannot believe that we've lost of all teams. We've lost to Liverpool. And watch, Liverpool are going to go on a run and they're going to survive.
I hope so.
But you know what's the maddest thing is that Liverpool won and so did West Ham on the same weekend.
Yeah. Which is why I was so frustrated, because West Ham were 2-0 up and we were drawing. I was like, how is this going to happen? How is West Ham going to easily win and we can't? We're battering the door down, hitting post, hitting crossbar, goalkeepers making saves. But Enderby, thank you. Thank you, Enderby. First goal was, I don't know if it was on purpose, but it was a bit of genius. Little flick on the near post. I give her credit. She meant it. She did it. And she was alert for the second one, as Leon said. Sprints in, slots it, and I'm there celebrating. First win. And I think now it's like 3 points between us and the 2 teams. I think Leicester, Everton, West Ham and us. There's like 3 points between us, something like that. So, listen, whoever goes bottom goes on a playoff anyway for the team that finishes third in the league below. But we'll see. Hopefully we do well there. All right, we'll move on to.
Did you get Salek in the January transfer window? The striker.
Yeah, so again.
Salek, the striker.
Yes.
From Freiburg.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Much needed.
Yeah. She looked all right. She should have finished her dinner a couple of times though.
My problem with Liverpool, and then watching other teams, and Leon said it, we're punched above our weight. We don't seem like we have WSL quality, enough quality. They're good players. I'm not gonna put them down. They're good players, but the level above that other teams have, we don't seem to have it in abundance. We got bits and pieces, but we just don't look good enough on a consistent basis. So I don't know. Maybe we can get a couple more in to up the levels so that we can actually go up the table. But we'll see. So you did touch on it. So we'll jump onto the Man City game. I was like, are Man City really going to fold? They're winning 1-0.
Oh my!
And then it's like, okay, they're going to batter London City Lionesses. They're not terrible, but Man City have just been machine-like. And then I'm seeing misses after misses. Seeing Bunny Shaw, like wide right, edge of the box, just lace it like she normally do across the goal. And she does high and wide. And then they equalise. And boy, the goal, top bin, near post, goalkeeper had no chance. What a finish.
Yeah.
What a finish. I was like, okay, cool. You deserve that. But listen, this Man City team don't play, man. They don't play. And they get the winner. And who else is going to get the winner? Bunny Shaw.
Sure, yeah. Always ready.
Can't give her too many chances, man.
Yeah,
Can't give her too many chances at all.
She
That's
spared their blushes. So let me give credit to the person that scored is Godfrey.
Godfrey.
That hit the top bin. Yeah. Let me give her due.
Yeah, she's the one that scored a brace against Tottenham, innit?
Yeah. Sorry, Lamont.
Tottenham always gifting people.
Bro, honestly.
Donation.
Yeah, bro. You need your own segment, bro. I'm telling you.
Bro, just change. I don't know why they shouldn't even be called a football club no more. Just be a charity. Just recategorize yourself as a charity because that's all we're doing.
Hey, if you're going to be charitable, you might as well give us Van der Ven, bro. You're going to be a charity.
Nah, mate.
Spread it. The charity, that is.
Honestly, I think we're going to lose him anyway. But we're concentrating on women's football right now, so let's not.
Well, give us your captain. I want your captain as well. Your women's captain.
Get out of here.
Right, cool. So Man City are 9 points clear. But obviously, another big game of the weekend and the biggest score happened to be Lamont's team again.
Wow.
4-1.
Like buses, isn't it?
Yeah, 3 goals in 90 minutes after Aston Villa put in a good fight. And then you guys just start popping off.
Fight. Yeah. I mean, we really showed some attacking prowess today. Park was on form. Maillard was on form. I mean, they were all going for it. The first goal was probably the pick of the bunch. In swinger from a corner, straight in the back of the net, off the post and in. From that, Villa went up the other way, more or less straight away, and managed to equalise from an ex-United player, which obviously, it was muted celebrations, but to get an equaliser against your old club, why not? That was handsome, by the way. And then we saw it out, went to half-time, and for me, I looked at that game thinking, is Skinner really going to... He's not going to let us go down like this, surely, because Villa was still in the game, to be quite frank, yeah? They could have easily have gone 2-1 up with the amount of shots that they were taking, but our defence was testament to what we'd been doing from the beginning of the season, where we were resolute. Come out into the second half, and that was it. I didn't think Villa, they couldn't keep up. There were goals in quick succession from Turlen, Park, and Lundqvist. 2 individual goals and 1 pretty decent goal from Lundqvist, pretty decent team goal from Lundqvist. And the rest is history. We got 3 points away from home. Another one. Why not? Men's and the women's team. What a good weekend.
There's only so much happiness to take to Man United. so we'll move. Well done. But it still looks like only one team's going to win the league.
Yeah.
And you said it yourself. Next weekend is a blockbuster with Man City and Chelsea playing each other. And if they win that, I know Arsenal are only 10 points behind. I said only. Arsenal 10 points behind. But if they win that, I think it's game set match. Because where game week, that'll be game week 14 or 22. I can't see much turning around after that.
Nah.
So it was a very eventful WSL weekend, and we look forward to next weekend. So we move on to the end of the show, and we move to my favourite part, as I say every week, and I will say it every week, because it's better than watching Liverpool right now. Player of the week for both WSL and for Premier League. So it is me going first still. So my player of the week, I thought about it before and he's never really got it, but I will give it to Harry Wilson. He's been on form over the last few weeks and he's come up with another winner this weekend. So my player of the week is Harry Wilson.
My player of the week has got to be Bruno Fernandes.
Shocks.
Horror.
Outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Battle of the tens. We know who won that.
Leon, go now.
Before he continues, Leon.
Don't make him talk anymore, please.
Mine is another Fernandes, Mateus Fernandes for West Ham.
Yeah.
Great performance against Sunderland and a much needed win for West Ham. He was definitely one of the players to inspire them to that victory along with Bowen, but I thought he was outstanding and the type of player they need in midfield, and I think he's going to be pretty much key to helping them survive the season.
I was going to give it to Mateus Fernandes as well, but I'm going to change it. I'm going to give it to Jarrod Bowen because he was quality in that game as well. I think both of them, I think like West Ham were good for their victory. At some points it looked a bit shaky, but you could see the quality that Bowen had in that game as well. So to win that game where I think a lot of people wouldn't have had them winning unless you're a West Ham fan. So give it to Jarrod Bowen this weekend.
Okay. So the WSL player of the weekend, for me, I'm giving it to Mia Enderby. She's given us our first win of the season. Couldn't have possibly got anywhere else, if I'm being completely honest. And you probably won't be surprised with my moment of the weekend. So, yeah, my player of the weekend is Mia Enderby.
My player of the weekend is probably going to be just Park, to be honest with you. Explosive, creative, really, really exciting to watch. And I definitely feel like she's got a lot more in the chamber. So yeah, goes to Park for United.
I'm going to go with Beth Mead for Arsenal. I thought she was probably their best player on the day, getting a big win against Chelsea. So for her to get a goal and Arsenal finally looking like they're starting to fire on all cylinders. They had a starring start to the season, but they're looking a lot better now. And Beth Mead is going to be key for them to continue their chase of trying to hunt down Man City. So yeah, Beth Mead.
She got goal and assist.
Yeah, she did. See, I was gonna go Beth Mead, but I am gonna go with Mia Enderby as well. Like, even though she's come off the bench, scored 2 goals, taken both of them pretty well, and given Liverpool a victory where they needed it. So that's why I'm going Mia Enderby.
Thanks, Bevan.
Oh, you know what it is? No, I'm not even hating. I swear down.
I know you're not. It's fine. It's fine, bro.
I forgot they were playing Spurs. I really did.
Okay, so we move on to the moment of the weekend. And my Premier League moment of the weekend. And we all say it's good or bad. So this time I've got my first bad one. And it's Liverpool as a whole. Playing on with 10 men for 7 minutes and then ending up conceding a goal. Just like the height of stupidity. So Liverpool as a whole was my bad moment of the week.
Ooh, this is tough, ain't it? Hey, guys? What moment should we give it then? All right, so straight face, football head on. He's 2 for 2 in it, the boy. 2 Puskas worthy goals.
Here's me thinking you're going to give the Carrick.
I've got to say, that absolute thunderbolt of a left foot that Dorgu's got, top bins off the crossbar, that's got to be it. Although it wasn't the winning goal, because Cunha's goal was just a little bit below that in terms of quality, but Dorgu, the little intricate play between him and Bruno, it deserves to be mentioned. So, yeah, Dorgu for me, but honourable mention to Cunha with his right foot.
To be honest with you, my one's Cunha, and it's not necessarily the best goal of the game, but just the way that he's taken that chance and capitalised on Arsenal just not taking the ball by the horns, not taking the game to Man United in the way that the fans and the manager would have expected. I think it's that goal is gonna sort of rip. Well, it's gonna rip them hard, and I think it's gonna be interesting to see how they respond to this loss, especially at home for the rest of the season. So, moment, I'm going with Cunha's goal against Arsenal.
My moment is I'm going with Fernandes' goal against Southampton. I think that quality goal to set that game alight, and I think that changed the Southampton's fortunes as well. So that's my moment.
Southampton?
I mean, West Ham, sorry. Class thing, but yeah.
It's fair. He used to pay for them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you have it. We move on to the WSL moment of the week, and I've already said it. So nice and quick. Enderby, Liverpool winning finally. 2 goals in a minute and a half, if not less than that. My moment of the week.
Yeah, I probably got to give it to Liverpool just because they got their first win of the season. So it's one of them, innit? And the way they did it at the end of the game, it was too. I mean, you know what? I'm giving it for the slip. The slip just made me laugh.
Just take on my thing, bro. No, don't even skip to me, bro. Go straight to
the slip was crazy. The slip was crazy. I can't lie. The slip was crazy.
Go on, Bevan.
I was gonna give it to the slip as well, because that was mental, bro. You can't make it up.
It's just the way. Literally, it was like, right, guys, give me the ball. I'll launch it. Everyone run. Oh, bro, man. Come on, man. It's unfortunate. It can happen to anyone, but it's just Tottenham, innit? The way it happened, man. Come on, bro.
Tidy finish as well, though.
So we're all unanimous. The Liverpool game had the best moments of the weekend. So we move on to predictions. And the first game of the weekend is, well, in our little group, is Leeds at home to Arsenal. And I think Arsenal will bounce back. I know Leeds have been on a high, but we should have beaten them, to be honest. So Arsenal, I'm going to go for 2-0 to Arsenal.
I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm also going 2-1 Arsenal on that one.
Oh, man.
Don't say
you don't
2-0.
more confidence.
Don't say 2-0.
2-1 Arsenal? No. I'm gonna say 3-0 Arsenal.
Ooh. Bounce back ability.
Need it.
They need it. So Daryl has gone for Arsenal 2-1 against Leeds. Boy, I actually don't know what to do for this one because Liverpool are at home to Newcastle. Newcastle travel horribly, but we can't buy a win right now in the Premier League.
They just lost 2-0 at home to Aston Villa, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Aston Villa played very well.
They had chances, though.
Yeah, Aston Villa deserved
they had chances.
Yeah.
Newcastle had chances, though.
They did.
Is Bruno back for that game?
The way I don't know, but the way they said about it was a loss. I don't think he's going to be back after a week and a half.
Oh, okay.
So probably not, but I could be wrong. I don't want to predict a loss, although I can see it happening. So let me just be confident. We're going to win, and we're going to win 2-1. Do I believe it? Probably not, but it's probably 2-1. 2-1 Liverpool.
All right, I'm going for a draw, 1-1.
I'm going for 2-2. Desmond.
I'm going for 2-1 Liverpool.
I was going to say, this is going to be the first time when none of you predicted Liverpool win. Even in a bad run, you guys were still predicting Liverpool wins. One of you.
Been biting us in the butt,
Yeah,
mate.
bro.
We would have been
Bro,
extending this lead.
go after we've all had our predictions. Yeah, go back and look at how many games Newcastle have won without Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah, I know. But
I only put 2-2 because Liverpool's got no defense. Literally.
Well, hopefully, Gomez. It's a knock in it. Like he got a knee into the side, so hopefully it doesn't seem out for 6 months for a knee to the side.
He has made a paper mache.
Bro, we don't know. Could have hit a kidney or something.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah, we don't know. Daryl believes that Liverpool are gonna finally win, get our first win of 2026, and he's gone for 1-0 against Newcastle. And the next game, Fulham and United. The form Man United are in, I can't see anything else other than Man United win, unfortunately. So I will go with a 3-1 Man United win.
Yeah, 3-1, I concur.
2-0.
Ah, hang on, man. That's what I was going to do. Yeah, 2 United. 2-0 United.
I was thinking 2-0 as well, but oh well. Hopefully you guys are wrong. Daryl has picked 2-1 Man United against Fulham.
Can I just say something, James?
Yeah.
Davis, Kulusevski, Madison, Polinia, Bergville, Kudus, Richarlison, Bentancur.
All injured. I know.
That is peak.
Okay, so the last game, Tottenham versus Man City. And I think this is going to be the one where Tottenham don't have their usual good fortune. No, good performance, I say. I can't say good fortune. Because usually when they've beaten Man City, they've beaten them deservedly. So
yeah.
I don't think that's going to be the case this time. Because Spurs are struggling badly. And Gurhi has been brought into short defence. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Man City.
Yeah, let's not forget that Tottenham are not great at home.
Yeah.
So not this season anyway.
Lost.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Man City as well.
3-1 Man City.
3-0 Man City.
And Daryl agrees with Leon. These two often agree on their scores, especially how much they know each other's teams. He has gone 3-1 to Man City as well. So guys, let us know your scores. Put them in the comments. And if you get them right, we'll read them out next week. So, I think that's it for today. It's been a long show. And the tiredness has kicked in a few times for some of us. But we've persevered. We've enjoyed it. Some more than others. Some way more than others. Mm. But I'd like to thank you for watching. Please, as we always ask, subscribe, like, and hit the notification button. This has been Armchair Pundits post-match review for the Premier League and WSL. Peace out.